Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. You've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, click the old like button and join up to We Are Driven, get involved, and then get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey and donate on there if you can. Thanks. So let me just turn that off. We return tonight. The debut round of season 9 of Chewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup, hosted by Tanto. What have we got? 10 drivers on track. Slightly new format this season. So last season was 1 or 2 endurance races, and then the majority were 2 race sprint nights, or a sprint and a feature, if you want to call it like that. But this season they've changed it up. So race 1 tonight, although it isn't race 1, it's going to be race 1, 2 and 3. They're going to have 3 races. 3 little 15-minute races round at Dragon Trail Gardens tonight, and they have to use 1 compound in each race, so it doesn't matter which order they put them in, it's entirely up to them, but it's going to make for some strange strategies. Success ballast is in effect as well, so if you come first in race 1, you get extra weight for race 2, same for second, same for third, and the same for race 2, you get extra weight for race 3, etc, etc. But yes, it'll be interesting to see what people do tyre-wise. So that's week 1 is 3 sprint races, week 2 is an endurance, and then week 3 is back to sprints, and it alternates throughout the season until we come to the finals. So, still got merch available, people. T-shirts and stickers all over the place if you want them. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you fancy any of that, or get hold of me on the Facebook page. Right, let's see who we've got in this lobby. No points for you lot tonight, obviously. Week delayed, this one, due to me being in hospital and being recovered. So, thank you, boys, for doing that. Appreciated. They've already started the 10-minute qualifier, so let's not take too long in here. Cutler then's in the house. Bogus, Begbie, LWR, Millerman, Old Crawler 1958, D.90, One Eye Lou DK, Graham Reeds, Pajonski, Rob Scott, and Duds CF14. So pretty much all returning drivers this week. Couple missing. They have already got on with this quali, so let's get in this room and see who's where so far. Turn all that nonsense on as per usual. So, Millerman doing an outlap and coming straight back in the pits. Has he got the wrong tyres on? He was on racing hards for qualifying. That's no good. So they are just finishing their outlap. So these are the hot laps now. Let's get ourselves on board with Duds. So just comes off that first straight into turn 1. Great big long sweeping left-hander. Can carry a lot of speed through there. Got to be careful you don't run it out wide. Hard on the brakes just at the start of that red bit there to get through the chicane. Got to be careful of the sausage curbs on the inside. If you get 2 wheels either side of them, they can be done. If you get 2 wheels on top of them, they can send you off into God knows where. So over the brow of the hill, a little kink to the left and another little kink to the left as it heads down towards the hairpin. Dudd's actually picking himself up a penalty, running a bit too wide through that chicane, then hard on the brakes at the start of the curbing, cutting that apex nicely, running a tiny bit wide maybe, just having to bring himself back in through the little right left chicane towards the tighter right left chicane. Again, you can carry an awful lot of speed through these if you get these right. Got to be careful on this left-hander not to run it out too wide into that sand. May see one or two drivers doing that early on in the race as they battle for position, and then into what I commonly call the Pentagon. It's just a great big right-hander, varying different cornering speeds through there. Not too sure what they do in the minis, in the GR4s, GR3s, etc. It's a sort of coast lift, coast accelerate. It's yeah, it's a weird little thing. So back up this back straight, then hard on the brakes just at the 100-meter mark into this double apex final turn, cutting that apex nicely for duds. Hard on the power all the way down to the line. Then lap time starting to come in. I'll wait for duds to cross the line and we'll go and have a look through. Gets himself a second position with a 150.0. Interesting to see what the liveries are looking like this season as well. One Eye Lou up in pole. He's got himself a 148.9. Fair. That's a good lap time there. Duds in second then. Cutler third. He's got a 150.3. Bogus Begbie. Are you the fake Thomas Begbie then? Are you somebody else Begbie? Because you were Thomas Begbie last season. Must be a ringer. So got himself fourth with a 150.3. Just trying to duck up the inside of TRG Cutler there. Oh sorry, Cutler 182. Graham Reed's fifth. He's got a 150.3 as well. Just 7 thousandths behind Begbie. Rob Scott's last season's winner. 6th place at the minute, 151.0. Oh, okay, so some people are qualifying on the hard tyres and going into race 1. Getting rid of these hard tyres early on then. LWR Millerman. No hot lap on the board, so he must have picked up a penalty, or oh no, you came in straight away, didn't you? So this is actually your first hot lap. LWR, you'll have to remind me what that means. Let's wheel spin regularly. I don't know. Pajonski in 8th then. Again, no hot lap on the board for him. It's got a 149.5, but it's not showing up as a hot lap. D.208 and a 2-minute dead for 9th. And Old Crawler, again, no hot lap actually showing up there. 154.0 is current fastest. We're coming back through then. One Eye Lou holding, oh, just saying he was holding onto that pole, but let's wheel spin regularly. He's just come through and taken the lead off of him with a 148.6, and then Pajonski's just come through and snatched that away from Millerman with a 148.5. Now the fastest time on the clock. 3 minutes 30 left of this qualifying session. Don't forget to hit that like button, people, and share it. So Pajonski sitting on pole at the minute. Again, 3.5 minutes left for these boys to try and... Oh, he's still putting in purple sectors as well. Fair play. Yeah, still just over 3 minutes now left for everyone else to try and take that off of him. Yeah, slightly different livery for Pajonski this season. Flames down the side, some geometric patterns, booyah, on the side of Millerman's. M&M's for One Eye Lou. Duds has gone for a sort of lightning effect. Goodyear livery smashed down the side of it. Cutler, the standard Chewitt Racing Winnie Cooper Cup livery. Graham Reed, same livery as last season as well. I forget what it is. Can't see. Screen's too whited out. Bluebird Developments, there you go. Rob Scott in the standard dairy milk from last season. One Eye Crawler in fish bones, rib cage. What is that? I don't know. It hurts my eyes, Old Crawler. What are you in, D-Dot? You're in the Auto Bright Direct, are you? Okay. Getting a little bit wiggly on the way into the chicane. Millerman then holding that pole position. He's taken that back 148.3 from Pajonski. 2,000ths in it. Qualifying on the soft tyre. Pajonski also qualifying on the softs. Softs for Begbie. Softs for One Eye Lou. Softs for Duds. Softs for Graham Reeds. Got softs for Cutler. D-Dot out on the softs. Oh, sorry, Rob Scott out on the softs. Old Crawler on the softs. Yeah, everybody out on the softs now. Did have drivers out in the hard tyre for qualifying. Right, just a minute remaining then. Once they all cross the line, that'll be it. Who's that? Just gone past One Eye Lou. It's Graham Reeds and Bogus Begbie battling it out at the minute. So this is Last Chance Saloon then. Just 20 seconds left on the clock. Some drivers, that last driver on track might not even make it across the finish line at the minute. 15 seconds remaining. So Bogus Begbie is going to be the first one to cross the line. He's got himself 7th position at the minute. Rob Scott has actually come through to take pole right at the end there. 148.2 he's put in. Oh. Deciding he's going to try and miss that first bit of the chicane completely out. Doesn't need that bit. Just drive straight through it. Picks up a penalty. That's the end of that lap then. But he has got himself on pole provisionally. Unless this man or... Oh, I think, yeah, you've just come out of the pits, haven't you? So you're not going to be doing a hot lap. D-Dot's pushing himself up into 4th as well. What time's he got on board? He's got himself a 148.5. Did alright in the karting on Sunday, did D-Dot. He weighs about as much as a box of tissues, so, you know, it was literally the kart going around. A bit of glitching from Rob Scott in the background. Hope that's not a sign of things to come. Doesn't need that corner either, or the front end of his car. What have you got then, Millerman? Where's who else was it? It was Begbie, wasn't it? Already out on track, so he's going to be the first one to cross the line, followed by Graham Reeds. Does he go any quicker? No, he stays 7th. Graham Reeds stays 9th. One Eye Crawler's already crossed the line. One Eye Lou takes 6th. Millerman does take 2nd so far. Who else we got? Rob Scott just coming through. Go back to D-Dot and everyone else. So Rob Scott does take pole then. Millerman 2nd, Pajonski 3rd, D-Dot 4th, Cutler 5th. Didn't see the rest. Come on, put them back up on screen. There we go. One Eye Lou 6th, Bogus Begbie 7th, Duds in 8th, Graham Reeds in 9th, and Old Crawler in 10th. So turn 1 should be pretty clean. It's the chicane where it all might go horribly wrong. Let's get ourselves back through the field a little bit. Come on. Come on. No, you don't want to let me, do you? Ah, there we go. On board with Graham Reeds. Everyone looking for a position, looking for a little bit of slipstream around this long sweeping first turn. Millerman trying to run around the outside of Rob Scott into turn 1. Go for the cutback. Graham Reeds taking a nice tight line through there. Cars spinning off in the background. No, we haven't. That's a good move by Graham Reeds though. He's made up a couple of positions into 7th. Rob Scott continues to lead. D-Dot gets a little nudge out wide. Oh, D-Dot losing speed though. Graham Reed's now though getting swamped by the drivers. Gets himself almost pushed to the back of the pack again, down in 9th. Oi. So Millerman takes the lead, but he's gone too hot into the hairpin. Rob Scott and Pajonski are coming back at him. Oh, he carries the power on the way out though. He's able to run side by side with Pajonski down to this next little section. Pajonski just gets his nose in front though. Oh, look at them all wiggling all over the place, trying to gain control of these minis around these fast turns. Oh, D-Dot running a bit wide through there, just keeping on the track and out the sand. Pajonski then out front, Millerman second, Rob Scott now third. Oof, car's going in there far too hot. Bogus Begbie in fourth. We've got some glitching going on though. D-Dot pushed down to 5th position. Duds in 6th. Cutler 7th. Hot on the tail of Duds at the minute. Graham Reed is half a second back in 8th. Old Crawler 9th. Unfortunately 5 seconds back. And One Eye Lou another 5 seconds. Oh, One Eye Lou picked up damage. Front end and transmission damage for you. Should repair itself. Or is it a trip to the pits? I don't think they've got damage on heavy in this one. Oh, maybe it is. Oh dear. That's going to wreck your race, isn't it? Again, 3 short 15-minute sprint races for you lot tonight. They have to use 3 different compounds of tyre. Hard tyre on for Pajonski at the minute. That's why he gave up his last lap, just to chop tyres onto the hards. But they've done him well. He's got him into 1st place. LWR Millerman also gone for the hard tyre for the race. Bogus Begbie is stuck with the softs. Hard tyres on for D-Dot. Softs on for Duds. Got the hards on for Cutler. Graham Reed's on the softs. This could be causing the concertina effect. Hards on for Rob Scott, with drivers sort of, you know, going too hot into turns but then carrying the speed out. If they're on the soft tyre versus drivers on the hard, that's bound to happen. Old Crawler is on the hard tyre and a soft tyre on for One Eye Lou. Pajonski then holding on to this lead, 0.6 of a second over Millerman. Millerman's got Bogus Begbie for company side by side up this back straight. Millerman's going to hold the advantage into this final turn. It's like he's carrying a little bit more speed as well. But no, Bogus Begbie able to carry the speed around the outside. Takes second, now on the hunt for Pajonski. Gap still at 0.7. Just in that slipstream range. The purple lap, or it's the purple lap. Bogus Begbie's taking that straight off him though. Oh fuck! Oh, there you go. That's that glitching. Slipstream working for Begbie. Then he's caught up with Pajonski through the chicane or into the chicane. So on the hard tyre for Pajonski, Bogus Begbie, what tyre did you pick? You're on the soft, so that's why you're able to be clambering all over the back of Pajonski. He's gone defensive into this hairpin though. Gets the apex nicely. Nowhere for Bogus Begbie to go. Maybe looking for the switch back up the inside. Lucky Bucky, evening brother, how you doing? I'm doing alright, my friend. I'm doing alright. Top 3 then making a bit of a break from the rest of the pack at the minute. Doing well on the hard tyres though, Pajonski. That gives him the mediums and the softs to play with in the next 2 races. Into the Pentagon. Carries the speed pretty well through there. Bogus Begbie, you can see, just able to carry that speed in. Does run a little bit wide through there, but Pajonski doing well. That's enough for you though. So Bogus Begbie second, Millerman in third. Graham Reed's up into 4th position. Soft tyre on for him as well. Cutler on the hards in 5th. Duds on the soft in 6th. D-Dot now 7th. Hard tyre catching up with him. Bit of wear showing on the fronts of those as well. Crawler in 8th on the hard tyre. Rob Scott on the hard tyre. A little bit of front end damage for him. It's going to be slowing him down these long straights. One Eye Lou after that pit stop. Now 19 seconds down, unfortunately. Losing a lot of time getting that car repaired. Johnski then still holds it from Bogus. Now goes for another run around the outside. Johnski wise to that move, just holds his car right in the middle. Nowhere for Bogus Begbie to go again. Again, Bogus Begbie just able to carry the speed out, but there you go. Pajonski just able to keep his foot in. I'm not sure what's happening with the hard tyre, but they seem to be working for a lot of drivers tonight versus the softs. Tyre wear starting to show on the softs as well. 8 minutes of race 1 remaining. Hard tyre versus soft versus hard tyre at the minute for first, second and third. Graham Reed's on the softs as well. Ooh, kicking up a bit of dirt there, manages to keep it on the black stuff through the Pentagon. Millerman is definitely catching back up with Begbie and Pajonski. So no tyre changes permitted throughout the race. They've got to stick with this one set of tyres for race 1. Again, it's only a 15-minute sprint race, and then they get two more opportunities to race tonight with the other compound. So again, they have to race 3 races up the inside there for Begbie. Pajonski just not able to shut the door enough there. Yeah, so 3 races tonight. They have to use 1 compound in each race. It's up to them how they do it. It's a mix of softs and hards in this one. Pajonski then loses his lead for the time being. Gets himself right back in the slipstream of Begbie. Begbie now having to go defensive. Now Millerman might be able to start putting some pressure on Pajonski. These boys on the same tyre. Begbie might pull away. Although there is a little bit of wear on those softs. You can see Pajonski's trying to come back at him. It's the wrong side of the corner to be doing it. If he can hold the speed through this one, he's got the line. No, he doesn't. He's got the line into the next turn, but Bogus Begbie on those softs carries that little bit of extra speed. George Marge, evening brother, how you doing? Yes, I'm okay, thanks. Oh, Pajonski though carries the speed out of that section and retakes the lead of the race. Begbie though has got the inside line through the Pentagon and retakes it. Good battle here then for first. Millerman just tucked in the background. 3 wide then as they head up this back straight. Give me a different camera angle, damn it. Slightly wide at one. Oh, Pajonski then a little bit wide out of turn, the final turn. That's going to give Millerman a run on him down the start-finish straight. He's also benefiting, or they're fighting for the toe off of Begbie there. Millerman had it. Pajonski's now got it, but Millerman does get himself through. So Millerman now into second. He's now got to try and hunt down Bogus Begbie on those soft tyres. Graham Reed's still just tucked away in the background, just 1.2 seconds back. Not out of danger yet then for the top 3. Dud's another 3.7 seconds back. He's under pressure from Cutler. Just a half a second back for the 6th place man. D-Dot in 7th. Got himself a little bit of a penalty to lose. 3.2 seconds back. Got Old Crawler another 5 seconds back in 8th. Rob Scott still holding that front end damage. 4.2 seconds back in 9th. And One Eyed Lou 19 seconds down, but did pick up a lot of engine and transmission damage. Had to come in the pits, get that repaired and stuff. So that's what's lost One Eyed Lou all the time. Millerman into the lead of the race. Yes, mate, I'm recovering, G-Marge. Johnski smash him on up the inside, though. Bogus Begbie now looking to come back at Millerman as well on the exit of Pentagon. And Graham Reed's now just a second back. He has, with these three battling, that's allowed him to close up. Still got a little bit of a penalty he's got to drop, but has he just done that through there? Yes, he has. So now full tilt then for Graham Reeds. He can now get on with hunting down a podium position for race 1. Can Pajonski hold it? Bogus Begbie not quite close enough to sling one up the inside like he did a couple of laps ago. Backs out into the chicane as well. I know Pajonski's pretty good at holding his line down here. Bogus Begbie, don't think he's close enough to make an attack into this hairpin this time. Again, just got to be careful of Millerman behind him. Again, Graham Reed still not out of this fight yet. 3 minutes remaining of race 1. Oh, Begbie's had to go deep so as not to clatter into the back of Pajonski. That might allow Millerman through. Side by side on the exit. A little bit of extra pull on those soft tyres for Begbie, but that has given Pajonski a tiny bit of breathing room. He's got just under half a second to play with. Oh, a little wiggle through there, one wheel on the sand. You can see what it nearly did to him. Again, nowhere for Begbie to go through here. It's just got to stay in that second position and wait for another opportunity to get past Pajonski here. Again, Millerman just took there in third. Graham Reed's right on the back of this snake now for fourth. Oh, both drivers going wide. Millerman almost sneaking one up the inside. Again, Graham Reed's closing up on the battle. Pajonski carrying a bit of extra speed out of turn 1. Is that going to benefit him? No, it doesn't. Pajonski gets himself over to the pit wall. Make the corner as long as possible for Bogus Begbie. Can he cut one up the inside again? Oh, it's going to be close for Bogus. He got it. Backs out again. He backs out again. Pajonski holds on to it. This will be final lap, I think. It'll be literally as they cross the line. They'll sneak through to get another one if they do. But it is Pajonski leading from Bogus Begbie, who's pretty closely chased by Millerman. Tiny bit of a gap developed there. Graham Reed's. Oh, contact. Contacts. Bogus Begbie getting his braking all wrong. He's slowed down. He knows he's made a little mistake. So Millerman goes through. Graham Reeds goes through. Bogus Begbie slows right down to allow Pajonski to go through. But that's going to bring him under pressure from Duds now. And maybe Cutler. Got to get back on that defending now then, Bogus. Otherwise you're going to lose fourth. Cutler's a little way back. Oh, Pajonski's now gone wide into the sand. So it didn't benefit him. Bogus Begbie then a little bit wide through there. That's going to allow Duds through. There's 30 seconds left on the race clock. It's all kicking off here then. Final lap. Millerman now leads from Graham Reeds in race 1. Hard tyre as well for Millerman. Oh, that's the wrong way. Graham Reeds though looking to sneak one up the inside. Is he going to take the win here, Graham? He's on the soft tyre. They are beating up. Yes, this is going to be final lap. They've got 1 second remaining. So Graham Reeds takes the win, and then Millerman's second. Duds comes home in third. He'll be happy with that. Pajonski fourth. Bogus Begbie fifth. Cutler sixth. D-Dot takes seventh. Old Crawler takes eighth. Rob Scott pretty close to him by the end of that race. He's going to come home for ninth. Just wait for One Eye Lou. So didn't lose any time at the end. They actually pulled some time back. 18 seconds the gap. Just waiting for an incident to happen. Well, it was going to happen at some point between those boys. They were chopping and changing left, right and centre. Unfortunately, tiny little bit of outbreaking on Bogus Begbie's part. Fired Pajonsky into the wall. And then Pajonsky decided to get it all wrong in the Pentagon. That was the end of that. Dud's coming through to take a final podium position then. Bit of a surprise for him, I can imagine. He was 5th and a little way back. So, I don't know how long they're going to give us break. 2 more races. So everyone's going to be chopping tyres now. So it'll either be a complete flip and everyone will go for softs and hards again, but everyone who was on softs will take hards, and then everybody on mediums at the end, I don't know. Maybe just apologising to Pajonsky. Oh, Rob Scott's throttle's playing up. It's not just the damage that's slowing him down. That's a shame. Yeah, no malice in any of that. Even the Pajonsky Begbie thing, you know, you can see Begbie pulled over, he slowed right down, knew he'd caused the incident. Ended up losing a few positions actually due to that. I think he got the one back past Pajonsky after he got it wrong into the Pentagon, but so also weight change as well now. Top 3 have to add a little bit of extra weight. So first place from 1050. First place jumps up to 1109. Second place has 1097 kilos, and third has 1085. So it does compromise them a little bit. Reverse grid as well, I think, for race 2. I'll say that a little bit more confidently. Reverse grid for race 2. And then more success ballast for, well, not more, but the success ballast gets thrown on again for race 2 into race 3. So everyone resets at the end of race 2, goes back to 1050, and then the top 3 add on the extra weight as they have just done here. Oh dear, that's what happened to One Eye Lou then. Someone fired him into the wall. Not a mistake of his own. I did see he picked up damage, but we didn't see how he picked it up. Begbie just making sure he's got all the bases covered. He's in the chat as well, apologising. Good lad. Saying you ran out of skill and tyres, did I just read? Skill and tyres? Oh, the pressure got to you. Oh. And you ran out of skill and tyres. Yeah. Yeah, you bleeders. Got to help me out, people, and tell me whether people have sneaked in a second set of softs. Might get to the point where this changes format slightly, where we have race 1 on hards, race 2 on mediums, race 3 on softs. I don't know. Might be a little easier to police. Not that we expect people to cheat, you know. People don't want to be winning by cheating. What's the point? Begbie taking third then in the end. Is that right? No, I mean that. I'm sure Dud's got third. He did get third. He slowed down right at the end there to give Pajonsky the position back. Obviously feeling a little bit of a guilt trip there. CJ! How you doing, brother? How's your head, mate? How was work today? All right? How was Sunday? How's your life? You all right? Recovered? So, same format, another 15 minutes, but again, everyone should have swapped tyres onto something different. And I was a good lad, CJ, right? Because once you said no, that was it, alright? That's it, alright? But no. Potter came in, you thought, I can't turn the host down. That was that. 3 minutes later. There you go. You see why I don't drink? Because if you do that, wake up the next morning at 8, you ain't fine and dandy. You're looking like Bob did on the photos. Bobby lost his keys and then they were found in the Wirral, which is nowhere near where we live, because he'd launched all his stuff about the hotel room, and of course it was Potter's fault. We blame Potter. The second you were in the front room passed out, we blame Potter. It's all your fault, Potter. Look, you haven't got to apologise on here as well, Mr. Begbie. All right, we've seen it on the chat in the PlayStation. We've seen, well, I've seen it in the chat on the chat group. It's all right. You're covered, mate. I've explained it to everyone. You're all right. Outraged myself and then outbraked yourself. I thought it'd have been the other way round. Outbraked yourself, then outraged yourself. Get on with your race anyway. Stop talking to me. Right, race 2. I'm going to have to go for a quick flick through tyres quite early on. Just try and kind of police that. Help Mr. Cutler out. One Eye Lou then on pole for race 2. Picking up damage in race 1. Hopefully nobody fires him into the wall in race 2 either. Cutler getting a good start. Trying to fire his way past Old Crawley. He's slotting himself straight up the middle here is Cutler. Rob Scott also picking up damage. And he's got some accelerator issues apparently. Pajonsky also getting through as well. Might have to change my contrast or something. It's all looking a little bit washed out somewhere. Oh, One Eye Lou, a bit hot into the chicane. He's kicked up the sand. He's had to go all over the place through there to get himself back out. That's compromised a lot of speed for him, so he's going to lose a lot of positions down this long straight towards the hairpin. Down in 6th already. Old Crawler might have a go at him. That puts Rob Scott up front, but he's under pressure from Pajonsky, Cutler, D-Dot and Bogus Begbie. Holds that line through there though. Bogus Begbie! Don't tell me about braked yourself and outraged yourself again. Deep into there, holds 5th. Pajonsky then 2nd, side by side with Cutler. Who's going to win out through here? Oh, a little bit of a nudge. Cutler getting sideways. Pajonsky holding his own though. Cutler's just going to have the advantage into the Pentagon. D-Dot's looking for a way past either of them. Or both of them if he can help it. I know his dad had to drive up CJ. I know, it's always Bob, innit? There's always a story around Bob. So Rob Scott then, hard tyre last race on the soft tyre this race. Cutler also on the hard tyre last race. He's now on the medium up into second. Bajonski was on the hard, he's now on the softs. D-Dot was on the soft. No, you were on the hards, I believe. Now on the medium tyre, so softs left for D-Dot. Cutler all over the back end of Bajonski for second. Begbie, he's now on the hard tyre, soft tyre in race 1. One Eye Lou is on the hard tyre this race. He was on the soft last time. Millerman trying to chuck one up the inside here of the pair of them. He's got himself past One Eye Lou. He's got the inside on Begbie as well, so takes 5th. He's out on the medium tyre, so that gives him the hard tyre for the final race. Begbie's on the hards. One Eye Lou's on the hards. Old Crawler is out on the mediums. Hard tyres on for Duds. I think he was soft to race 1. And Graham Reed's now out on the hards as well, also on the softs in race 1. So Rob Scott out front then. Got a bit of a lead as well, 2.2 seconds over Cutler, who's now, well, he's still battling it out with Bajonski and D-Dot. Kicking off here then, Bajonski had a real good fight up front in race 1. He's looking for exactly the same action in race 2 here. So past Cutler on the soft tyre, Cutler out on the medium tyre. Again, still pretty close last race with the different compounds on. D-Dot out on the medium tyre as well. Holding his own at the minute, hanging on to the back end of 3rd. Millerman through to 5th on those mediums as well. Can he start closing that gap back up? Begbie on the hards in 5th, a little bit of a gap in front to Millerman. Oh, cutting that turn a bit tight there, bogus. Not picking up a penalty for that, I don't think. One Eye Lou 7th then, also on the hard tyre, just 0.8 of a second back from bogus. Able to close up down there, unfortunately. Duds in 8th. Old Crawler. Oh, Old Crawler's been in the wall, I think. He's now got damage. Oh, possible contact with Graham Reed's, both drivers, front end and transmission. So into the pits for the pair of those. Rob Scott then pulls another 2/10, 2.4 second the lead. Bajonski going a bit deep through there, off track. Cutler unable to get his way past though. Both drivers on the medium tyre. Well, no, they're not, sorry. Bajonski on the softs. Oh, D-Dot in the background, just drifting it through that turn behind this one. Down into this pentagon then. Tricky little section, like I say. Just got to know when to press, when to lift. A lot of feathering going on around that corner. Millerman slowly getting himself onto the back end of this fight as well. Through that double apex final turn again. Begbie just coming through there for 6th, having a bit of a lonely race at the minute. He's got 5.3 seconds in front of the top 5. Now 2.6 seconds to One Eye Lou behind. Holding his own against Duds at the minute. Graham Reed's then back out the pits fully repaired. Unfortunately 33 seconds down. Old Crawler another 4.2 back from him. Oh, he's also got front end damage already. Did you only repair your drivetrain, Old Crawler, maybe? So unfortunately Rob Scott's not going to see that much coverage here if he keeps disappearing off up the track like he is doing. Although saying that, Bajonski's now got himself 2 second lead, 2.2 seconds over Cutler in 3rd. Cutler's still got D-Dots and Millerman for company. Just trying to hang on to Cutler, running a bit wide there for Cutler. Has D-Dot and Millerman to close back up. On board with Millerman then, as he's looking to catch up to D-Dot in fourth and Cutler in third. I think all three drivers on the medium tyres. Yes, they are. Cutler, D-Dot and Millerman. So within slipstream range, both drivers. I think D-Dot's getting a little bit of a toe off of Cutler. That's helping pull Millerman along as well. So Millerman will be carrying the most speed down this straight by the time they hit the chicane. Just backs out of that corner maybe a tiny bit earlier. Through this tricky chicane then. Yes, there's those sausage curbs. If you get two wheels, oh, you can see D-Dot getting kicked up there, losing traction. Millerman able to close the gap up. Might see a move here down into the hairpin. Slinging one up the inside here. Millerman, no, backs out. Can he get a better exit? Side by side then with D-Dot as they head through this first little chicane. Holds his line through there, but Millerman's going to hold this next line, is he? D-Dot though holding his own through there. He's now got the inside line into this next set of corners. If he doesn't carry too much speed through there, oh, it's got very wide. Millerman right next to him. It's going to be a drag race up this hill. Cutler's just disappearing now due to these two having a little bit of a battle. D-Dot's got the inside line into this turn. Can Millerman make anything of it on the way out? Oh, missed a gear there as well for Millerman by the looks of it. Hazards going on for D-Dot. They're showing their appreciation. A good bit of clean racing. Almost side by side again down this start-finish straight. Just allows D-Dot to hold on to that lead for now. Right, let's go and see how much of a Mickey Rob Scott's taking. So still only 2.7 over second place Bajonski, also on the soft tyre. There's the gap, a little bit of a penalty for Bajonski to lose, possibly going a little bit tight through the chicane. But 5 seconds over third place Cutler. Just under 5 minutes of race 2 remaining. D-Dot going deep there, Millerman coming back at him again. Now this is going to be interesting. Millerman might get the position here. He's going to go tighter through this. He does just get himself in front here. D-Dot did alright though. He carried some good speed out of that corner down towards the Pentagon. Unfortunately, Millerman's held on to it for now. D-Dot now looking for a way past. Cutler now 2.3 seconds up the road due to these two having a bit of a fight. So on board with D-Dot then. He decides he's going to... thought about slinging one up the inside there. Both drivers spinning the wheels up on the exit. Millerman getting a good exit, still only 0.3 between them. Just over 3.5 minutes remaining then, about 2 laps. D-Dot just backing off through there. Millerman's left the door open a little bit. Can D-Dot squeeze one up the inside here down towards the chicane? No, backed off again. Millerman just able to keep that speed through there a little bit more than D-Dot. Where's he gone? Side by side again on the run down to the hairpin. D-Dot carrying more speed on the way out. Retakes that fourth then. Tight into there. Can Millerman carry the speed on the way out? He'll be carrying more speed on the way in due to the angle that D-Dot went into that. And there you go. Already up the inside then for Millerman. D-Dot just gets himself through again. Real good fight here between these two. Everybody spread out behind a little bit. Oh, big handful of brake on there for D-Dot. Get himself back under control. Millerman though looking to come up the inside. Again, D-Dot just holds on to it. Let's have a quick run through the order as we come into the final lap. Rob Scott then comfortably out front, 2.7 seconds over Pajonski. Pajonski's got another 6.8 seconds over third place Cutler. Cutler's got 2.5 seconds still over D-Dot, who's still battling it out with Millerman. Bogus Begbie out on his own a little bit. He's got Duds 2.5 seconds back. And there's 4.6 back to One Eye Lou in 8th. Graham Reed's unfortunately 33 seconds back, and Old Crawler another 3 seconds back from him. Both Graham Reed's and Old Crawler picking up big damage early on in the race, so that's put them back and out of contention for any kind of podiums for race 2. Rob Scott pulls 3/10 over Pajonski. Tyres looking a little bit better on Rob Scott's car than they are on Pajonski's, both on the soft tyre. Cutler though lost half a second to these two fighting behind. Just see Millerman getting through there to retake 4th. This is going to be final lap, so it's all to play for now in race 2. Again, Millerman just keeping his lines, nowhere for D-Dot to go at the minute. D-Dot just trying to lose his penalty there as well, and does so. So, final turn to go as they run up the hill. Millerman, he's only really got to keep it on the inside line, not fluff up this last double apex turn, and he's going to take that position from D-Dot. Let's just get ourselves up front. Rob Scott's going to see another lap. Blam, there it is. Pajonski as well. Blamo. Cutler probably going to be the first man to cross the line. He is, so he comes home, takes a 3rd. Millerman comes home to take 4th. D-Dot 5th. Bogus Begbie going to come home for 6th. There's that. Duds takes 7th. One Eye Lou is going to come home in 8th. Oh, tried for the old handbrake turn, didn't quite work. Graham Reed's then up this back straight for the final time. He's going to be taking 9th. Yes, I don't know if there's contact between Graham Reed's and One Eye Crawler, but both drivers ended up with front end damage and transmission damage. So Graham Reed's is going to take 9th. Old Crawler takes 10th. And we just wait for the top 2 to come through then. Soft tyres not doing too bad on Rob Scott's car then for 15 minutes. This double apex final turn then, nice and safe through there, not giving the position away to Pajonski. taking fastest lap in race 2 as well there for Rob Scott on 49.7. So first place for Rob Scott in race 2. Second place for Pajonski in race 2. There you go, standings. Rob Scott first, then Pajonski second, Cutler third, LWR Millerman in fourth, D-Dot fifth, One Eye Lou, oh sorry, Duds sixth, One Eye Lou seventh. No, getting that all wrong. Sabo, look, shall we? Bogus Begbie coming in 6th, of course. Dud 7th, One Eyed Lou in 8th, Graham Reeds in 9th, and Old Crawler 10th. So again, there's going to be a couple of minutes break until we hit race 3. Again, everybody got to switch to an alternate tyre, the one they haven't used yet so far. So again, it's going to be a bit of policing. There's going to be a fair few sets of mediums, I think, in the final race. A couple of sets of softs. Yeah, some good battles there. Like I say, even with the different tyre compounds, drivers seem to be able to sort of hang with each other a little bit. So yes, more weight ballast going on. So I think everyone resets for race 3. And then top 3 from race 2, then add on the extra weight again. So first place from race 2 will now be 1107 kilos. Sorry, 1109 kilos. Second place will be 1097 and third place will be 1085 over the standard 1050 that everyone else will be running. LWR Millerman asking if they take the ballast off from race 1. Graham Reed saying no, add more. Add another half a person to your car. So yeah, format change for this season. It's 3 15-minute sprint races one week and then endurance the next week, and they alternate throughout the season. And again, these sprint races, you have to use 1 compound of each tyre per race, and that's it. And 1 set of those tyres as well, so no pitting for a fresh set of softs halfway through. What on earth? Bogus Begbie, what on earth is that about? That's why he crashed into the back of a Pajonski. Got a picture of him here, sat in his rig. Is it a feast? A fake feast? It's a great big chocolate ice cream, people. Can't believe it. Right, no messing about then. Into race 3, here we go. So again, reverse grid from race 2. Top 3 from race 2 with the extra weight on as well, and everybody's got to swap over to the final set of tyres they've not used. It's going to be so confusing. Don't know who's around what now. Oh, it's not. Okay, it's a straight up It's not a reverse grid. It's where they finished from race 2 positions. So Rob Scott on the medium tyre then on pole. Podjonsky second. He's also on the medium tyre. Everybody getting away well. Cutler getting a good start, looking for a position already, trying to sling one up the inside. Podjonsky's holding his own at the minute. Cutler though looking right for a way around the outside of the chicane. It's not working. Everybody getting through there cleanly. Oh, a little bit of contact. Who was that between One-Eyed Lou and Graham Reeds, I think. One-Eyed Lou getting the chicane a little bit wrong. Just running wide into Graham Reeds. Puts him now at the back of the pack. Old Crawler getting through there then. So Podjonsky leads on those medium tyres. Oh, just getting the turn into the hairpin a little bit wrong. Cutler now on the soft tyre though. Can he make those work for him in this last race? Rob Scott also on the medium tyre. Millerman now on the soft tyre. D-Dot now on the soft tyre as well. Tiny bit of contact there between Bogus Begbie and One-Eye Lou. Begbie's got himself a penalty to lose as well. He's got the medium tyre to play with. One-Eye Lou has got the medium tyre to play with. There's a medium tyre on board for Duds. Old Crawler now on a soft tyre. Oh, Drifter-tron through the last couple of corners of the Pentagon there. Bogus Begbie getting it all wrong. He's now at the back of the pack. Soft tyre on for Old Crawler as well. So can Podjonsky hold on to his tyres and hold on to the lead from Cutler on that soft tyre? We'll have to wait and see. Is Cutler just going to tuck himself behind, save his fuel, save his tyres? Not that he needs to save fuel. And just wait till the end. We'll see. Not quite. He's already looking to make moves into turn 1. Cutler trying to get his nose up the inside of the chicane. Slingshots one forward. And gets himself up front for now. Podjonsky's right there with him though, slipstream kicking into effect. It'll be a little bit slower on the way in, a little bit slower on the way out of the turns, but again, they were very similar in race 1 with softs and hards on, so it'll be interesting to see here what the difference is. Rob Scott then holding 3rd. D-Dot up into 4th, Millerman in 5th, Duds 6th. Still pretty tightly packed here then. There's a little bit of a gap then, 3 seconds back to Bogus Begbie just leading this lower half of the pack. Graham Reeds up into 8th, managed to make up a couple of positions. One-Eye Lou in 9th. Old Crawler now 10th. Almost everybody getting that right. One-Eye Lou going a little bit wide through there. That's going to give Old Crawler a bit of a look up this back straight. Closing up, closing up. Does he sling one up the inside here? He's going for it. Oh, brakes on early. I think One-Eye Lou's going to come through the victor. No, he's not. Old Crawler then comes through to take that 9. Does he carry the speed out though? One-Eye Lou already right behind him. Lose this again before they hit turn 1. Side by side down this start-finish straight. One-Eye Lou has just got the advantage into the turn, but can he carry the speed through? No, Old Crawler looks like he's held on to it for now. And he has. Can One-Eye Lou get him back at the hairpin? We'll have to wait and see. So Cutler's still out front, still got Podjonsky for company, different tyre compounds on. And the 3 behind are having a good old punch up for that final podium position. Rob Scott now battling it out with D-Dot for 3rd. Millerman now pushed down to 5th. Duds still just tucked onto the back end of this fight, only a second back. D-Dot getting through then into fourth. Millerman now fifth. Again, absolutely nothing between these two. Can Cutler hold on to that set of softs though for the whole race? Can Rob Scott now start piling the pressure on these two as well? What's the tyres Rob Scott on? Oh, Pajonsky looking at the inside at the final turn. Hold that line, he'll have the advantage into turn one and the chicane. See how much speed Cutler's carrying out of. I think he's held on to it actually, Pajonsky. I don't think Cutler's going to be able to attack him. Oh, Pajonsky going for the racing line, almost took the front end of Cutler's car off there. For another little look up the inside, doesn't compromise Pajonsky's exit and entrance into that chicane. Holds on to that lead. 0.4 of a second. Can Cutler do anything about that? Heading down towards this hairpin. Rob Scott's got himself through to third, then Millerman now fourth. What's happened to D-Dot? Must have got the chicane a little bit wrong. Holding fifth though. Again, Dud's just tucked on the background of this fight now, only 0.6 of a second back. It's the wrong way. Oh. Tyres letting go a little bit for Duds there. Does still hang on to that little pack in front though. Still got about 3 seconds over Bogus Begbie in 7th. He's being closed up by Graham Reeds in 8th. 1.3 seconds the gap there. Won't be long before Graham Reeds is in slipstream range. Takes a couple of tenths out of him through the Pentagon. Might be in slipstream range on this next start-finish straight. On him through here. Let's see how much time he does gain back. Still at 1.2 seconds, so not carrying as much speed as I thought. Old Crawler then in 9th. One-Eyed Lou still in 10th. But only 0.6 of a second back. Pajonsky and Cutler side by side again into the chicane. Cutler's won out this time. Pajonsky's a little bit compromised on the way in there. Millerman is hanging all over the back end of Pajonsky now. That little battle between these two has cost him an awful lot of time. Millerman also on the soft tyre as well. He's been able to take full advantage of those. He thinks about slinging one up the inside of Pajonsky. Pajonsky's having to hang those brakes on into this hairpin. Puts himself under pressure from Millerman. Millerman gets himself up the inside. So into second. Can he now pile the pressure on for that first place? Maybe help out Pajonsky on that attack. Still nothing in it really between these top three. Bumper to bumper halfway through this race, just over. Pajonsky going a little bit wide through the Pentagon. Only 0.4 of a second back. Definitely looking for the racing line. So it's still Cutler from Millerman. Oof, is it though? He's got his nose up the inside there, Cutler. You can't push him into the wall, mate. He's going to have the inside line here as well. He might take this first. Pajonsky's coming through there like an absolute maniac. Taking a second as well from Cutler. Yeah, he was carrying a lot of speed through turn one. He's trying to chuck one on the inside of Millerman as well. You absolute crazy fool, Pajonsky. I'm liking it. It's maniacal. Love it. That was like all out. Forget the brakes. Who needs those? I've got tyres and a steering wheel. That'll work. He's taken that second. He's defending well from Cutler as well. Just 5 minutes left of race 3. Not quite able to get one up the inside. Oh, Cutler taking a nice tight line through the hairpin up the inside of Bajonski. Who's going to carry the speed here? Bajonski still just in front. He's going to hold the line into this tight section. Oh, there you go. So he does take second. Can he hold on to it though? Just allowing Millerman now 1.3 seconds up the road to escape a little bit. He's out of the slipstream range of these two behind. Millerman first, then Bajonski now second, Cutler third, Rob Scott fourth, D-Dot fifth, Dudds sixth, Bogus Begbie seventh, Graham Reed's eighth, Lou in 9th and Old Crawler in 10th. Cutler gets himself back into second, but for how long? I've got to get on board with Bajonski and see what kind of nutty thing it is. So this is just hung it right over this far side. Came through there like an absolute maniac. Got past Cutler about now. And then decided to try and chuck one up the inside of Millerman, but it didn't quite work out. He's doing a grand old job of hanging on to Cutler though on those soft tyres, I'll tell you that. Fair bit of wear on those mediums now as well. Cutler's tyres on the soft looking about the same. Closing up as well. Bajonski on Cutler, can he get a better line through the hairpin? Closes up on Cutler. Nowhere for him really to go through here. There's a good old battle for fourth kicking off in the background as well. Rob Scott, Dudds and D-Dot all battling that one out. Bajonski trying to get up the inside through the Pentagon. Didn't quite work. Again, those three drivers in the background are slowly but surely getting bigger. These two have just got to be a little bit careful. They've now let Millerman escape up the road by almost 3 seconds. So, Millerman's going to see another lap. Don't think everyone will after this. 140s maybe. Millerman then comes through in first. Cutler still second. Again, for how long? Bajonski going for another move through turn 1. Can he sling one back up the inside at the chicane? No, he doesn't. Oh, Cutler's run himself a little bit deep through the chicane. That's allowed Bajonski to close up on him. He's already there, Cutler. You can't close the door that much. So Bajonski then, can he hold the line into this hairpin? Cutler's trying to make it as difficult as possible. They're still side by side through there. Cutler just goes through, runs himself a little bit wide though. Bajonski's going to come through to take second. And they've got 1 more minute to battle it out. Are they going to see another lap? I don't know. If they do, it's going to be a real good fight between these lot, because Dudds is now through to 4th, Rob Scott 5th, D-Dot 6th. Still kicking off in the background, and they are definitely getting closer to these two. Oh, everyone exploring track limits. Nobody trying to leave the door open for anybody else to gain an advantage. Tricky when your tyres are wearing out. So just 25 seconds remaining. A few of these drivers will see another lap. I don't know how many. It's going to be a close call. Cutler then thinking about chucking one up the inside. Ooh. So Millerman is certainly going to see another lap. I'm not sure if these boys are. No, they're not. So Bajonski is going to come home. Oh, they have got through. Sneaky bleeders. D-Dot then, first to finish. He takes 4th. Rob Scott 5th. Duds in 6th. Bogus takes 7th. Graham Reeds takes 8th. One-Eye Lou is going to take 9th. Just got Old Crawler for company. So he does take 9th. Old Crawler takes 10th. I can't believe these top 3 got through. Millerman though, 4.8 seconds up the road. Bajonski holding that second position. Cutler now 0.7 of a second back, far too far back to make any kind of lunge into this hairpin. Did Cutler think they were not going to see another lap as well? And back off just a little bit maybe. Still got 0.7 of a second lead over Cutler. No point looking at Millerman until we get near to crossing the line, because he's nearly 5.5 seconds up the road. Bajonski hanging on to that second though. Do both drivers get this naughty pentagon right? Clean for Bajonski so far, clean for Cutler in the background as well. Gap extending up to 0.7, so it looked like it's falling away for Cutler then for climbing any higher on that podium. He's going to have to settle for third in race 3, I think. Millerman then through this final turn. He's had a good evening tonight. Look how happy he is. Look, weaving and whirving and swerving and all sorts of things down the track. Happy as an LWR Millerman is what he is. Takes the win in race 3 then. Bajonski going to come home, take the win. Second in race 2. Cutler going to come home and take 3rd place then. Everybody else already crossing the line. I've been through those. No idea what the points look like after those 3 races. No idea. There was people in all sorts of positions. Who knows? But yes, even with the different tyre strats, still some very, very close racing in that one. Race 1, we had hards versus softs. Race 2, softs versus mediums. Race 3, mediums versus softs. Yeah. Clean as well. Okay, a little bit of door banging. Did see Graham Reeds get a bit of a nudge at chicane on lap 1. Yes, everyone trying to get through that chicane. It's never going to work. Someone's bound to come up short somewhere. But in general, and overallness, that was pretty damn good. I do like these mini leagues. They are pretty damn good. So make sure you stick around and watch the whole season. We're here every week, 8:30 on Monday nights for the minis. I myself am back Wednesday night for round 2 of the TOR GR3 league. That starts at 8:30. 2 leagues on that one. I got myself commentating on the Pro League, and down for the count commentating on the Pro-Ams. So that's Wednesday night at 8:30. Thursday night 9 o'clock we've got the P1 boys and the Audi TT League. Friday night we return with round 2 of or rounds 3 and 4. Week 2 of the GTTCC with MRC as well. So yeah, Monday night's 8:30, Wednesday night at 8:30, Thursday night 9 o'clock, Friday nights 9 o'clock. That's the lineup this season. Make sure you come and check them all out. Make sure you click all those like buttons and hits the subscribes and the shares and the stuffs and the things. Like I say, don't forget, peeps, still got stickers and t-shirts available. If you want any of that, get hold of me at the Facebook page or at dartsmoker@googlemail.com. Hit me up, let me know. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dartsmoker. I'm out of here.